All right, all right. What's going on, party people? This is your man Griff. Look, you already see who's here. Come on now. I don't even have to introduce her because she's world famous in every world, not just
Well,
everywhere, but every world. But we have here next to me the super notary mom herself, Star Mcqueen. I am so happy that she hopped on here with me today. She's going to let all of us know about her conference that's coming up in 11 days. Now, y'all, I know if you follow her on Instagram, y'all know all about it, but hey, some of you might not know about it, and you need to get some information that can move your business to the next level that you can act on. And here is where you're going to find out more about it. So we got the Now or Never conference coming up. It is your time to shine. That's what her tagline is. So she's going to tell us what it's all about. As you see, it's October 8th at 1 p.m. We're going to give you all the information that's in the description below. So you'll be able to get your ticket. And she's going to also let us know about what comes with that ticket, because it's a lot that you get with it. And she's going to also let us know about next year. All right. Y'all, this is not a one-time event, y'all. She's going to let us know about what she got going on for next year, and she's already getting that together. So, Star, introduce yourself anymore if you want, but let everybody know about your conference and how did this come about.
thank you, Uncle Griff. I want to thank Uncle Griff for taking the time out because that means so much. He is like super busy, and I know it. So I want to thank you personally for taking the time out to have me to come on. So the Now or Never event, that's October 8th. The way that I came up with the Now or Never, I guess the topic was because now or never. A lot of times we say, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, or I have to do this, or I have to do that, and we don't do it. We know we need to do it, but we just don't do it for whatever reason. So basically, the Now or Never, it's your time to shine. Like, what are we waiting for, people? This is your time. Is it going to be now or is it going to be never? Like, which one? Only you can choose. Only you can determine whether or not is it going to be now or is it going to be never. And it's definitely your time to shine. It's always your time to shine. So that's basically why I came up. Now or never, it's your time to shine.
Well, that is great. And what it seems like from the conversations we've had and from what I can see and others can see, you're mostly in the now mode. You are in the actual now mode of going out here and doing things. Now, there's some things that you say, well, I got to set off to the side right now because I got this going on. But a lot of the stuff that you're doing is in the now mode and that you're working toward because you see that, okay, I can at least put forth the effort to go down this road, to move these things, to bring these other streams of income into my life now. Because if I don't work on it now, or if I don't even look into it or move in that direction, it may never happen. That's what I've learned from my relationship with you is that you are in the now mode. Now, there's probably was some never aspects in your life at one point in time.
Yes, a lot.
But you have moved now into the now mode. And could there be other never things? Maybe, but right now you're in that now mode and you're working it very, very hard. And this conference is geared to helping others get into the now mode and move out of the never mode. And that's why I like it. And that's why, yes, I'm one of the speakers there.
Yes, you are
And
one of the
I'm real
speakers.
excited about it. So, you know what? Let's show people. Let's go ahead on and get right into what they're gonna get for their money. All right.
Absolutely.
So
Yes.
here's everything that y'all going to get for your money. So we got the tickets include appetizer, entree, desserts, non-alcoholic beverage. So if you want to get lit, go to the trunk of your car, okay? Because y'all know what I'm talking about. Go to the trunk, pull the trunks up next to each other in a little semicircle, pull your lawn chairs out after the event is over. You can go ahead on and get lit.
No, not after the event because your training is after the event.
Okay,
So
well, after my training,
right.
after event of my training, then you can go get lit. All right. We got guest speakers, we got networking opportunities, we got vendors, we got live DJ and dancing, we got games and prizes. Then you have the bonus, which me and Star talked about a couple of months ago, about me doing the training, many of you know that I have the Notary Success System where I do loan doc training, helping you to be able to do the actual loan closing, not just present it like Kiki Shepard from Apollo or Vanna White from the Wheel of Fortune, but you actually get to do the loan docs. Okay, so we're going to do a modified loan signing training with you, Q&A, all of that. It's live and in person and all of that. And then you have the Ghost musical, which I wish I could be up there to see that, but I won't be able to get up there. So tell us about the Ghost musical part.
Okay, so Ghost. So if you guys ever saw Ghost, I mean, Ghost was an amazing movie with Whoopi Goldberg and Patrick Swayze. So it's called Toby's Diner and Play. It's a theater, Toby's Dinner, and it's located in Columbia, Maryland. And that event takes place Friday night, which is kind of like a meet and greet. So we're all going to meet there. They have an amazing buffet. When I say amazing, if you don't know when I say amazing, go to my Instagram, Miracles of Life 40, and there are posts there about the buffet and pictures and stuff like that, that we actually went and we recorded prior to one of the plays being presented. We actually went out to Toby's and they allowed us to video the buffet before their play had actually took place. And I thought that was awesome. So anyway, this is a separate fee. It's optional. You do not have to attend. I know people from out of town is coming to the event. Some of them said that they wanted to go. This is not my price, you guys. I didn't set this price. We all going to go to Toby's and we're all going to purchase our ticket together. So I don't have anything to do with that. That is Friday night. Live play. Like I said, it's the movie Ghost. The play actually Ghost, the musical. Amazing. Or you can eat buffet. They have dessert. And alcohol is not included. Or you can drink, but not alcohol. Like Uncle Griff said, if you want to get lit, you gotta wait till after the play, go outside, in the parking lot and get lit. Yeah, you can't get lit in there. Well, actually, I guess you can get lit, but you won't be getting lit on you. Like you'll be paying for your drink. So they do have alcohol there. Right. It's an amazing play. If you guys never saw a play, I would highly encourage you guys. If you guys come in to the DMV, or even if you're not coming to the event, if you happen to come anytime, check out Toby's Dinner Theater in Columbia. It is amazing. You guys would not be disappointed.
Wow, that is awesome. So now we're going to talk a little bit about the speakers that you have. Okay, we get, awesome speakers. I mean, I'm humbled to be a part of the group. I'll be honest with you. I'm very humble. So here are the speakers that we got going on. So we can start with Gary and work your way to your to the left.
Okay. So Gary is he's an amazing guy. He has two books on Amazon, bestseller books on Amazon. He also just launched his signing service not too long ago. He has a signing service. He is a notary as well. He's in the state of New Jersey. I'm super excited about Gary even being there because, like I said, he does have his own loan signing service. And he has his two books, like I said, on Amazon, bestseller. And I'm just excited for him to even, be a part of it. Him even taking the time out to come to the DMV because he's in Jersey. He don't have to come. He could have said, hey. He could have said, hey, now. I can't make it there. But he took the time out. And that means a lot to me, because he didn't. He could have said no. So thanks, Gary. Shout out to you. Check out his books on Amazon. I'm going to get you the name of his two books as well.
All right. And then you got Eric. Now, we heard him last week in the clubhouse.
Yes.
And that gentleman was awesome. He's the number one reason why after I heard him, I said, I got to go to listen to this guy because that's if you coming and you hear nobody else, you got to listen to Eric because this is where the money comes from for us.
Yes.
These are the people. So tell us more about Eric.
So how I met Eric, I always talk to you guys in Clubhouse. I host a room 2 days a week, Monday nights at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Thursday morning at 7:45 Eastern Standard Time. That's just a little side plug in the Super Notary Mom room.
Mm-hmm.
So this is how I met him. I was actually out and I was marketing, and I always say market. So So I was actually out marketing, and I saw First American Title. So I'm like, hey now, I'm going to First American Title. So I went in there, but the part that I went in, although it said First American Title on the outside of the door, it wasn't the First American Title where I can actually market to, because that was like the insurance side. But you know, I didn't know at the time. I was like, I'm just coming in here. So anyway, so I walks in and no one's at the front desk, and I'm like, good morning, you know. And then he comes out and he like, you know, nice to meet you, you know. So I'm, you know, giving him my whole spiel about I'm a loan signing agent, introducing myself. I'm, you know, commissioned in DC, Maryland, and Virginia. And the first question he asked me was like, are you a tippet? And I'm like, oh, absolutely. You know, I'm glad I was a tippet, because that was his first question. Like, are you a tippet? So I'm like, yes, I'm a tippet. He was like, well, because if he wasn't, you know, I was going to assist you if you wanted to get it. And he just went on and just telling me about the Maryland title, and, you know, how he was an attorney for the First American. And he was just, you know, just giving me so much valuable information, which he didn't have to. So I went into his office with him. We sat down. I told him about Clubhouse. And one thing just led to another. But I met him through marketing. I would have never met him if I would have never been out there marketing. So yeah, it's so important to market. Although that's a side note about marketing, but I just wanted to that's how I met him. And he's an amazing speaker. Amazing. He's just an amazing guy all around. So yeah.
That is excellent. And now that leads right into Elaine Wright Harris, who's, I guess you could say, from my understanding, the best typic instructor in Maryland. So tell us about her.
Yeah, so she is one of the ones. She is we have a few tippet instructors, so she is one of the ones that is really great. She's actually an ambassador for the NNA, National Notary Association, as well. Right. Yep, and she will be one of the guest speakers there. She also teaches. She's a professor or an instructor, I should say, at Prince George's Community College. She teaches notary. So if you guys are interested in that, look her up, or go to Prince George's Community College, the website. And like I said, she teaches notary, but she is amazing. You know, she does a lot of speaking engagements. She's going to be with us. She's going to be dropping gems, telling us about notary and about tippet. And, you know, she also has her own program that she has. If you guys are interested, you can talk to her more about it when you guys get there, for those who purchase their ticket. So just being in the presence of Elaine and Eric and Gary and Sunita and obviously Griff, I mean, for what you're getting, I mean, you can't, technically the tickets should be way more than what they are. But of course, we're not trying to kill anybody. We want you guys to network. We want you guys to, you know, now or never. Like that's what it's about.
That is excellent. And Sunita, I'm excited to meet her. I've been in a lot of Clubhouse rooms with her, so I know she's a wonderful wedding officiant. We can't do wedding officiant. I mean, I think there's a way we can do it here in Virginia, but honestly, personally, I'm not interested in sitting there marrying people. You know? So I'm good with not doing that part and everything. So tell us about Sunita.
So Sunita is an amazing super notary mom. Yeah, she is amazing. She is in South Carolina. Her and I talk off Clubhouse, and she's amazing. She actually just launched her wedding officiant training. Like, so right. She had like a whole training. Yeah. She's going to talk more about that at the event. She's also a notary. She's a loan signing agent as well. And she just brings so much value to the Clubhouse streets. I like the fact that, you know, she's a mom like myself. And, you know, she know the struggle. She know how hard it could be. You know, she obviously a single mom, and she know how hard it could be, you know. So for her and I to just go back and forth and talk about different things outside of Clubhouse, outside of work, you know, the kids, and, you know, how difficult it could be, you know, that means a lot. You know, that means a lot. So she'll be there. Like I said, any question that you all have for her about wedding officiant, about notary, loan signing, she's definitely the girl, the girl to talk to. She is definitely.
All right. And then you got this guy on the end here.
Who's that guy?
I don't know much about him. He seems like a guy that like to run his mouth a lot.
He's a good guy. The gems he dropped is, oh my God. He wants everybody to win. And a lot of the a lot of things that he offered, I just be like, wow, he's an amazing person, because the way he just give back, and he has a training, and he be on the phone with the notaries, and he just like a giving. He has a giving spirit, and that's a blessing, because a lot of times when people in the business, they just don't. They'll give you just a little bit, and that's it. And you're not getting much. So the way you give back, the YouTube videos that you do, it's just amazing. And then you also follow up with, hey, you can call me, like reach out to me. So if you have notaries that's just not, for whatever reason, I mean, it makes you wonder, do they really want to win? Because when people roll out something or tell you something, that's it. A lot of times they're not saying follow up. Like, they can really care less about you follow. They don't care about you following up. So for you to take the time to say, hey, I'm giving you this information, and or if you don't understand, call me. Like, I'm here for you. Like, I mean, what? It's nothing else you can do. I mean, the only thing else you can do is give them your soul. Like, that's it. So we really appreciate you in a community and going that extra mile with that follow up. Call me. I'm here for you. Like, that's everything. And I really appreciate you for that.
Well, thank you. And just as a follow up, part of the reason why I do that is that when I was in the military, there was some information that I needed to try to find out, and nobody would help me. It was like, you need to figure it out yourself. And I'm like, all I need is just point me in the right direction or something. And one day a guy decided, he did what I needed to be done. I said, man, I need some information. And there was like 30 books up there. And he said, well, it's in one of those books. And I'm like, dude, can you at least point me to the one book that it's in? He said, I know which book it's in. I said, just tell me the book and I will read through all however many pages till I find it. And he was like, it's in that book right there. I was like, okay, I got the book. And it took less than 50 pages for me to find out the information that I needed. But that's why I say, we got to be able to help each other. Mm-hmm. And if you know information and can point people in the correct direction, mm-hmm. that's what it's about. And see, that goes into the now or never, because most people can't move forward in the now because there's information that they need to have. There's all of these factors that are going on in their life, for as their reading comprehension level, their focus, mm-hmm. their lifestyle, all of that. And all they need is sometimes somebody to just grab them by the shoulder and say, hey, turn this way. It's right there. Mm-hmm. And that's what I like about you. And that's what you're trying to do. Not even trying, that's what you are doing. And that's why I'm humbled to be on this speaking group with these individuals, because even though I don't know Elaine's, Eric, and Sunita personally, me and Gary talk, mm-hmm. I can tell that they are about helping people get in the right direction so that they can be successful in this business. Mm-hmm. It's one thing to be successful, but you can be in this business is one thing, but to be successful, that's what it's about. So the now or never is about helping all of us to be successful so that we can move forward. And at the end of the day, let's just be honest, be able to financially take care of our family. Mm-hmm. This isn't about bragging points. This isn't about saying, well, I got this many clients, I got that many directs and all that and the other. It's about you being able to lay your head down at night with peace of mind that when you wake up in the morning, you got the money to pay that bill. That's what it's all about. And if you're doing, and for some people, they might have the money and they just doing this as a hobby, but I guarantee you at least 85% of the people who are going to be coming to your event and that's looking at this on YouTube right now, they're not in a position where they could not do notary and they're going to be financially straight. Mm-hmm. They need every dime that we can make in here. And the now or never is about helping you to figure out how to get into the now and get away from the never so that you can move forward in that. Yeah, I just came up with that. Get into the
now.
That was
awesome.
The never.
I love that.
So that's yours to you. So it's about, and that's really what it's about, getting into the now,
yeah,
and move away from the never, because a lot of people are laced and laying right now and playing around like a pig in mud mm-hmm. in the never.
Yeah.
And they're not operating in the now. They see it, but they're not operating in it. And that's sort of a little bit of hint of what I'm going to be talking about.
That's you know what? That is so awesome that you said that, because, I just really want to thank everybody, the ones that purchased the tickets and the ones that wanted to purchase the ticket but wasn't able to, the ones that was vendors and, bought someone a ticket or donated, or the ones that even, sent them books. I know we have a couple of people that actually sent in some of their product as gifts. We had a couple of people. It's a list, but I want to just thank them because, I know it was a sacrifice. $85. You can do a lot with $85. You can do a lot, but you can't do a lot. You can go into the grocery store and maybe get maybe 4 or 5 items, and that's $85. Yes. You can take, $85 and you could gas your car up or your truck up. You could put $85 towards your light bill or your cable bill, your cell phone bill. So there's a lot of things you can do with $85. So I really want to give everyone that purchased a ticket, thank you, a special thank you, because you will not be disappointed. This $85, don't look at it like, hey, I could have did this with it. Yeah, you could have, but what you're going to get the networking. You're going to get just to, let your hair down or your weave down or whatever, your bun down, so, the dance, just kind of like get yourself out of whatever element that you was in prior or that you've been going through for at least for 4 hours. The speakers are amazing. The vendors are amazing. The dance and the DJ, the food is amazing. Everything that you're getting for $85, I think is amazing. And then you get your training, like your modified training. This is something that you actually charge for, So for you to say, hey now, I'm gonna do this. I think that was because you believe it or not, you have a lot of notaries. I hate to say it, that don't know how to notarize. They don't. They really don't. Or they have a lot of questions about certain notarizations or what have you. So for you to say, hey, this is what I'm gonna offer, I want to give back, I know it's a need, even for seasonal notaries, this is for new notaries, seasonal notaries, whatever, somebody that want to be a notary.
Correct.
For you to actually give back, that means a lot. That means a lot. I'm there. I have questions as well, so I'm looking forward to your training. I'm definitely looking forward to your training, and that is included in your ticket. So that's what I'm saying. The $85, which you getting, you can't even it's amazing what we offering for $85. It's just amazing.
It is awesome. It is awesome. For $85, you get that option. And people are like, well, okay, finally, you told us the price of the ticket. Well, the reason why we really didn't talk about it in the beginning, because it's low enough that it's not something that's going to, break you. Think about it. In most conferences, there is no training.
Right. No training.
There is no training. No. What you have at most conferences is them telling you to pay them for training afterwards. Most conferences are centered around, hey, here's the conference, and oh, by the way, go to that dude in the corner and sign up for my masterclass, super duper masterclass training. And you're like, okay, do I really need that? But here, that's why I wanted to implement that to where there's some training, there's something you get out of there, because I've been to a few conferences and the people who are sitting there and I'm looking at them and they're like, okay, yeah, all that's good, but I really don't know what the heck I'm doing. Mm-hmm. So, and they have questions. Mm-hmm. So here's an opportunity for you to get some questions answered, because a lot of time, most speakers, they're not there to answer questions. They're there to just share information, which is great. Mm-hmm. But then you never have that opportunity. And it's still, and I base that on me, because when I've gone to conferences, I have questions and nobody ever takes the time out to answer those questions. So then you leave. And I wanted to provide for your conference the ability for people to ask questions so that they can get some answers, or at least know that there's somebody who they can contact to get the answers, because it's great to get information. But let's just be real with each and every one of us. The main reason why a lot of us is in the never realm is because there's a question that we need answered before we get into the now realm. I would do this, but I need to know, because sometimes, and the question may not even be a question that you have. It may be your spouse. Your spouse may have a question. Okay, honey, I see you want to do this notary thing, but what about this? And you as the notary, you're like, I don't know. So now you need to get that question answered before your spouse is 100% on board, because guess what? Your spouse might be the one that has the money to give to you to go forward. It might be your uncle, it might be your aunt, it might be your mom. So you need to get questions answered. And here's the thing. The question that a notary business owner may need answered may not have nothing to do with notary stuff, but it still needs to be answered. Because if they're trying to, it's just like at the bank. The bank, like, okay, we need to know about this thing from 10 years ago that you defaulted on. What are you talking about? We need to know where that came from, what happened with that. Now, once you answer that question, then they open the floodgates and give you all the money you want. But if you can't answer this simple question, I'm holding the money back. And that's why a lot of people are in the never realm instead of the now. So this whole thing is about getting people into the now realm and out of the never by helping you to get questions answered and then watch you move and go forward. And now after that, after you get your question answered, if you don't do nothing, that's on you.
That's on you.
That's on you. So in other words, it's about taking the excuse away, because excuses keep you in the never.
Yeah.
Once you move away from them excuses, then you can operate in the now, and then you can flourish and see where you can go, and then you won't be leaning on everybody as a crutch. And that's I could go. That's a whole nother. I ain't even gonna go there, because that's a whole nother thing. That's why a lot of people are in all of those Facebook groups and stuff, because they're trying to get questions answered and use it as a crutch. Well, nobody answered my question, so I won't do it. And that's where you purposefully staying in the never. I could go.
Well, you're right.
Hit that.
Everything you said is absolutely right. Just trying to get people out the never, and they have to want it. You know what I mean? You could get them all the training. They can go to all the events, all the networking, but you have to want it for yourself. You have to. I mean, it's no other way. Like I can't teach you how to want it. I can't. Like you have to, as an individual, you have to want that for yourself, or whoever it is that you want it for. Whatever your why is, you have to know what your why is and want it for your why and act on it. Because all the training, all the networking, all the speaking engagements, it's not gonna get you to where you need to be. You have to want it and say, I'm gonna do whatever I have to do. And just because I don't know, something happened, you can't just stop right. You have to. We don't stop on our W-2s. We get terminated, or we get somebody write us up or whatever. You don't say, okay, I got written up today, I'm not gonna go back on my W-2. Oh, I got terminated, so I'm just done. I'm not gonna ever work for nobody. No, you go get another job. You go do your resume. You make that look nice and pretty. You start interviewing and you start sending it out through whoever, Indeed or whoever you go through. You don't just say, hey, I'm done. No, so give up on our business. I think it's just, for me, these are my thoughts. Don't give up. If you want your business to flourish, you have to. What you get into, what you put out. Long story short, what you get into, what you put out. And like you said about the conferences, when you go to a conference, you don't get I have went to conferences where they just gave out water. They have bottles of water. They had coffee in the back. They didn't have food. They didn't have no entree and appetizer and dessert. And they definitely didn't have no vendors. They sure didn't have no DJ. Right. You just go in, you find you a seat, you sit down, and you listen to the speakers. And then, you hope to be able to speak to the speakers afterwards if the line not too long, or if they have time, or if they don't run out. So for what you're getting, I mean, it's phenomenal. I mean, food and, come on, food and vendors and shopping and DJ and dancing and, oh my God. But I don't know, maybe we should raise these tickets. What you think? Maybe we should raise this price. Because I'm like $85 for all this. I mean, that's rough.
Nah, we'll let them roll, because look, that way we can take the excuse, because see, some people, they don't want to put forth the effort to go anyway. Yeah. So they be like, oh, you raised the price up to $86. I can't do that. Right. I got 85, but Pookie still owe me that $1, so I ain't got the 86. So now to close this out, tell us about what you got going on for next year. Okay,
so next year, I want to say, I haven't confirmed the dates yet, but the first Saturday in October of 2023, we're looking to do this again, but we're looking to do it on a larger scale.
You gotcha.
The venue holds between 200 and 250 people. I'm super excited. Already started working on it. I have a lineup so far with about between 10 and 13 people so far. Vendors, oh my God, the vendors are phenomenal. We're looking at least, I want to say, between 15 and 20 vendors.
Great.
The speakers are amazing again. The food, oh my God, the food. All I can say is the food. So what we're looking to do is we're looking to actually start between, I want to say January, don't quote me, but between January and February, we're going to roll out a payment plan.
Okay.
That way, we allowing everyone that wants to come, you have to want to come, to be able to get on a payment plan. I mean, you can actually pay it right out if you choose to. There's going to be different options that we're going to roll out. So you can pay it all in one payment, or you can do it over a series of payments. We haven't decided if it's going to be 4 payments or 6 payments, because the goal is to make it affordable for everyone.
Correct.
You don't want anyone to feel like, oh, I can't come because it was too much, or I had to get my flight and I had to get my hotel. So we plan in February for October. To be honest with you, there's really no reason. I mean, if we can't plan from January to October, probably because we really don't want to attend. And I'm okay with that as well. But I just want to make sure that we have options, because we as people, I know me, I love options. I love to say, hey, I don't have all the money, but hey, if you got a payment plan, I can roll with it. That'll give me time to get my ticket. That'll give me time to get my my flight and my hotel. So that's what we're looking for in October 2023.
So it sounds like if the people do about maybe 4 $60 signings a month, they should be able to afford to make the payment plan. So here's a plug for y'all who talking about I can't get out and do nothing. You do a couple of $60 signings, you just paid for your ticket for the conference. I'm just saying. I mean, if you're like, where do I get the money from? Ooh, what was that notification? $60? Oh, there's my ticket money.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another $60. There's some more ticket money.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what business people do. Business people look at, what do I need to get? What do I need to pay for? Where can I get the money from? Oh, here's an opportunity. Somebody, look, and this, I know people like this off topic. Look, during the last year's, the NBA finals, Draymond Green, the basketball player, made some comments, and he was like, yeah, they're going to fine me, but guess what? I will pay the fine and I'll make the money back by going and doing a speaking engagement.
Wow.
$50,000 fine that he was given. He said, no problem. I'll go do a speaking engagement for $50,000 and make that money back. See, that's the mindset of a business owner.
Yeah.
That, oh, okay, I need to make this money. And he make millions of dollars, but he's like, okay, well, you're going to take money from me because of this? No problem. Take it. I'll go make it up over here. I'm sitting there and I'm listening to this guy, and I don't really like his personality, on the basketball court, but business wise, I respect what he's talking about. And that's it. So that's part of the reason why I always bring up that $60, $85, whatever. I mean, heck, there's $85 signers out there right now. You do that, you done made your ticket for this conference. Yeah. I mean, that's what's cool when you can do a couple of signings and you have the money to afford conference tickets.
Yeah.
That is awesome. And, and I appreciate that with what you're doing in your team and everything. So, party people, you hear it here, Super Notary Mom. If you need to hit her up right there. Miracles of Life 40 on IG. There it is. To buy the tickets, the link will be in the description below. There's no excuse that if you have the time on October the 8th at 1 p.m. in, I always forget the area, Annapolis, Maryland, if I'm not mistaken, Annapolis, Maryland, that's where you need to be. I'm going to be there. I'm coming from Virginia Beach, so it's about a 4-hour drive for me and everything. So I'm going to get up early in the morning, hit the road. So my thing is I plan on being up there I'm going to try to be up there by 11, depending on what time I roll out the bed, because y'all know I'll be up late, but I'm going to try to get up there, hit the road by at least 7 o'clock, get on up there and all of that. And we're just going to have ourselves a good time. Okay. So just come up, be relaxed. And I'm just excited about being there. And I thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak to those who coming. And I'm really, really appreciative of that. So any last words you want to share with the people?
Yes. I want to send a special shout out to everyone that just assists me in the Now and Never event. Shout outs to Kim Yanni, shout outs to the James, Shirley, she's in Ohio. Yeah,
James Notary.
She probably like really style. No, Shirley, no, thank you so much. She's really trying to get here. I'm hoping that she could come. Also, Shantice, she's here in Maryland. Shout out to Shantice, because they really, really helped me put this thing together. Kimiani with all her posts and, her just being just so transparent, as well as Shantice and, Shirley as well. So I just really want to thank them. I want to thank everybody in the clubhouse on Thursdays, all the moderators, and Monday nights, all the moderators. Shout out to the e-commerce store. I just relaunched the Super Notary Mom e-commerce store. So if you guys have a chance to check that out, supernotarymomsstore.com. That's the e-commerce, so you can get all your notary supplies, your shopping, get your shop on. Also, shout out to Gary. Gary and I just partnered. He just became a part of the Super Notary Mom e-commerce store. So his 2 digital books will be dropping. I want to say October 10th. You can find his books in the e-commerce store. So I just want to just thank you. Thank you, Uncle Griff, for taking the time out. I appreciate you. And I will see you October 8th.
Yes, I am. So party people, thank y'all for tuning in. Give your love to her. Let's hear, if you got any questions, throw them in the comments. Hit them like buttons, share, and we will see y'all on October the 8th. Y'all have a good one. Peace.